Welcome to section 5.2, the light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis. These reactions take sunlight, the original energy source for life on Earth, and transform it into chemical energy in the form of ATP and NADPH. This is the charging the batteries phase before the Calvin cycle uses that stored energy to build sugars. Our goal is to explore how plants capture sunlight, learn what happens to electrons, and see how this process sets the stage for the next steps in photosynthesis. By the end of this section, you should be able to explain how plants absorb energy from sunlight, how the wavelength of light affects its energy and color, and where photosynthesis takes place within the plant cell. The sun's energy reaches Earth as electromagnetic radiation, a broad spectrum that includes visible light. For photosynthesis, plants use the visible portion of the spectrum, which spans wavelengths from about 380 to 750 nanometers. Wavelength is important. Shorter wavelengths have more energy, and longer wavelengths have less. This means violet light carries more energy than red light. Pigments are special molecules that absorb certain wavelengths of light and reflect others. Chlorophyll A absorbs blue and red light best, reflecting green. That's why most plants look green to us. Chlorophyll B and carotenoids expand the range of light a plant can use, absorbing additional wavelengths. This diversity of pigments helps plants capture as much solar energy as possible. In plants, photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplast. The light-dependent reactions occur in the thylakoid membranes, where pigments like chlorophyll are embedded. The surrounding stroma is where the Calvin cycle will later take place. In the light-dependent stage, the first three key events are chlorophyll absorbs light, electrons become excited, and water molecules are split to replace lost electrons. This also releases oxygen. Let's outline the 5 main steps. First, chlorophyll absorbs light. Second, electrons in the chlorophyll get excited. Third, water molecules are split in a process called photolysis. This replaces the excited electrons and releases oxygen. Fourth, electrons travel down the electron transport chain, releasing energy to pump protons and create a gradient. Fifth, ATP and NADPH are formed, storing the captured light energy in chemical form. ATP is made through a process called chemiosmosis. The energy from electrons moving along the transport chain pumps protons into the thylakoid space. These protons flow back through ATP synthase, driving the production of ATP. Meanwhile, electrons are transferred to NADP+, forming NADPH. Both ATP and NADPH are now ready to be used in the Calvin cycle to make sugars. The light-dependent reactions capture solar energy and convert it into chemical energy stored in ATP and NADPH. They occur in the thylakoid membranes and require light, water, and pigments. Oxygen is released as a byproduct when water is split. This stage powers the Calvin cycle, which will use ATP and NADPH to build carbohydrates.